The New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian says she'll intervene to close the homeless people's camps in Martin Place. It was expected the camp would close last night after an agreement was struck to provide housing and a safe space for the city's homeless. Ashley Roper is in Martin Place.
We're not quite sure exactly what she's going to do, and at this stage she hasn't released details, and I'm not sure that she's exactly sure what she's going to do, because she's released no details about how she's actually going to dismantle this camp here, when she's going to do it, and what legislation she's going to use, because it is quite hard for the government to legally move these people on within legislation. It will be quite shambolic, it's not straightforward, and there is also the threat that it could be overturned by the courts. Now, though the Premier is adamant that the government will step in, she's saying she needs to step in because the City of Sydney Council hasn't followed through on their promise that they would clear it. Now, yesterday, Clover Moore, Sydney's Lord Mayor, said she had brokered a peaceful solution, that she'd brokered a deal here, not with the state government, but with the people that are living here in Martin Place, that they would dismantle their camp and move on in return for a safe space, a communal kind of drop-in centre where they could still have their kitchen operating and the other resources that they've set up here. But today, as you can see behind me, look, they're still here. Nobody's packing up because there's a bit of confusion about the details. You know, Clover Moore says that in this new communal space, people won't be able to sleep there, that these people have to go to temporary accommodation that's being offered by the government, and government workers are down here offering accommodation. But people here say, look, they want to sleep in this new safe space. So the detail isn't sort of quite locked down, and therefore this camp is still operating in Martin Place and shows no sign that they're moving on anytime soon.
So Ashley, can you give us a sense of how many people are sleeping there during the night, and indeed how long this could go on for?
Well, we are expecting the Premier Gladys Berejiklian to hold a press conference later today to outline how she is going to put an end to it. But this camp has been here in Martin Place. It was in scaffolding, underneath scaffolding. There's a big site here, construction zone, and they were sleeping under there since last Christmas. Then a month ago, this tent city, as it's been called, was set up. So people here have been sleeping here for about 8 months now, and they're about 50 or so each night. But they haven't been here from the beginning. Some have been here for a month, some have been here for 6 months, and they have been moving through to accommodation. Others have refused accommodation that have been offered. But people I've been speaking to down here, you know, this saga between the government and the City Council has been going on for a week now, and I've been down here and I've been speaking to homeless people here, and they say that there is a sense of community here. They do feel safe. They feel like they can leave their things here, and that they are being offered food, and there's books here, there's clothes for them. So they don't really want to move into temporary accommodation that may be for 2 weeks or 28 days when they actually feel like they're part of a community here.
I guess we'll wait to hear from the New South Wales Premier, as you mentioned, holding a media conference later today. Ashley Roper from Sydney's Martin Place, many thanks.